I got stitches in both palms. I prayed to Jesus in the middle of the motherfucking and he brought me out. When they peeled around, it might have been 8 seconds from when I wrecked and they peeled around to see if I was in the car.
And you could tell that they were pulling back around to...
This was the witnesses said. I ain't see that. I was...
You got knocked out? Or
nah.
Just couldn't tell?
I'm covered in the blood.
Right.
Christ like, we took them, flip, took them, get out that seatbelt, sunroof, You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They couldn't believe that I ain't had no, I was bleeding from both ears. They was like, you didn't black out. I'm like, bruh, you don't know the God I serve.
When that story came out, a lot of people probably thought, like, Cyhi seems like a really nice guy. Doesn't seem like an asshole. Doesn't seem like the kind of person that you would imagine that anybody would want to hurt. But then when you kind of dive a little bit deeper into your history and stuff, it is kind of like, oh, okay, this guy really was in the streets for a long time. Is there any chances related to that, or are these, because you don't even live in Atlanta, right? So it seems even more unlikely that.
I don't know where it came from, so I can't really speak on it. That's something that's the eerie part of it. It's just like you don't know where it came from. But secondly, it's almost like even when I was in the streets, I ain't do nothing that deserved a fist. I don't run off on the plug. I gave me something, I gave it back to you. I paid my way. Boom, boom. I had a couple fist fights. Who hasn't? You know what I mean? Few shootouts, but who hasn't? Nobody.
You got to do something really fucked up for somebody to want to kill you like 10, 15 years later, right?
Exactly. So I thought it was definitely either a mistaken identity, or I do have friends that I grew up with that may still politic, or, Atlanta is street. It's just, rap is street, man. It's just like, you don't have these labels don't do artist development no more. So how you think these records getting put out? This would be crazy to me. I go to the label, they be like, man, how you don't put your album out like the other? Hey. Oh, you mean, you talking about the 500 dudes last year who went to prison and the other 500 who died trying to put their record out? Oh, you just see the 8, 9, you see the 21s and the little babies. Them the 1 out of 1,000 that made it. You get what I'm saying? And it's still kind of hectic for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I mean, when I first came in the game, you just had to be talented, had great music, and they'd be like, you know what? We're going to sign him, we're going to develop this, and we're going to put this out this way, you know what I mean? And it was a long-term thing. Now it's like, I want them all, you already got to have a #1 song on the radio. So Universal, if you pay $300,000, $400,000, not saying you do, but you use that as marketing to get the #1 song on the radio. How you think some kid in the middle of Summer Hill or Bowen Homes get a #1 record on the radio? Because he got about 3 million in the flow.
Right.
But he lost a lot of friends. He probably been to prison. He probably been shot a few times. And all we do is interview him and be like, oh, he's the biggest artist in the world. But if you see now, Instagram show you every day is bodies, shootouts, niggas getting killed just to put their song out. That's deep, bruh.
Crazy.
Like, it's like Tom Brady getting in the shootout after the Super Bowl, or, like Russell Wilson after the game. It's like, bro, he's a professional entertainer.
Right.
You're a professional entertainer, but you can die about this entertainment.
Yeah.
But that one, you just get to go home to your 12-bedroom mansion and everybody just want autographs and wave at you. So this is like something that we eat on ourselves. They use this to kind of eat at us like, oh, okay, y'all think y'all balling? Okay, yeah, we got something for you. And that's just what it is. So it's a lot going on in my city. Now, we the only city open. So all the rappers
it's all
from
concentrated there. That's a good point.
Every coast of the world, United States, that's a street dude that I got a bunch of money, but my whole city closed down. I'm gonna go to Atlanta.
Right.
And now it's just like free for all. It's just like they breaking in cars. They breaking the house. They find anything. They go sell it to a rapper crew.
Bunch of different crews from different cities all being in the same place does not often end up well. I remember I was at Rolling Loud in Miami, And there were so many goddamn shootouts and crazy shit that happened just in that one weekend. And I'm really thinking about it like, oh, like these dudes want to kill this guy because he did something to their friend, and there was no way that they were going to be around each other until now. So of course, this is where it all happens. And it's like, I mean, that in itself is just a scary state of affairs where we're scared to congregate because people have issues to such an extent, you know?
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. It's like, man, y'all won, man. Y'all got Super Bowl trophies. Why we want to go back to prison or die about a rap song? It'd be like, bro, y'all can't truce it up like casualties of war. You from the street, he from the street. It's just everybody from the street. You know what I mean? Especially if you black, you from the street. I don't care if you grew up. I hate when niggas be like, man, he ain't even from the hood, bro. My cousin, my auntie, everybody else in the hood. Like, cause I grew up in the house, so it used to be like, my cousin used to come to my house and think we were balling. You know what I'm saying? But I would go to my cousin's house, it's in the projects. Like, we 1 degree of separation. So it's like, if I become a rapper, if I'm from the hood or not from the hood, my cousins, my partners is from the hood. They gonna come with me. They ain't finna let you do nothing to me because I'm supporting their families.
But you probably thought you were past that part of your life, right?
Absolutely. That's what had me hot. Like, I had so many street niggas calling me, all my old, you know what I mean? Like, bro, all you gotta do is do this. All you got, hey, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's like, now I'm back into the street. I thought I left this 15 years ago.
Right.
So it's like, man, that's what had me hot. Like, man, you got all my niggas back activated. We chilling, you know what I'm saying? We got businesses, real estate, niggas trying to go grab the joints. It's like, oh, man.
Right.
It's like, bro, we got kids, families now, and that's what it's trickled to, like, innocent people. That's why I feel like in Atlanta, it's just like, it's just turmoil now. It's like no money out there, so dudes got bags on dudes, you know, robbing somebody, taking a watch, go sell it to another rapper or another crew. They get it. Now you done made you 20,000. Now you go fuck it off at a club. You know what I mean? Now you got to go do it again because you done fucked it off. It's just like, that shit just keep, it's just eating at itself. And until, like I said, until we professionalize it, it's like, why there ain't no Sony building in Atlanta? A Universal building. Capitol building. But it's the biggest genre of music. It's the trap music. Atlanta artists, you ain't even put one building down there.
Yeah. When you're in Atlanta, like for me, as somebody who hasn't spent a ton of time there, but when you are there, it's weird. It feels so different because in LA, there's a ton of music shit going on, but then you also have the corporate side of things. So it like that kind of governs it in a lot of ways. When you're in Atlanta, there's mad studios, mad people posted up recording and stuff. Some of the most fun nights I ever had was just like bouncing between studios, linking up with mad different people and just seeing mad people. But then, yeah, there isn't like, you know, there's no attempt to really like turn that into a hub in the way that you would think that they could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got all that talent there. Like, even in New York or LA, y'all still got places that talented artists can go.
Right.
If you don't have a street buzz, you still go drop your music off at Sony or, you know, because you still got that, especially in New York as well. You still got your Universals, your buildings. But like in Atlanta, it's like, you want to get your album out? I gotta go see OG, Eastside Jody, or you know what I mean, one of the guys who got the paper, and just be like, bro, can you help me? I got you, bro, but that come with what it come with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every crew in Atlanta, if you want to be an artist, you got to go to your OG in your hood who got a check and be like, bro, put me out. Boom, he gonna put his stamp on you, but he had to step on a lot of people to get this money, and vice versa. Every crew got a step. So it's almost like the whole city just stepped out in so many words. It's like running rapid at this point.
Right.
For sure. So that's I think I just got caught up in that. Being that I got a Bentley truck, you know what I'm saying? I look like I supposed to be, and then the police like, man, you reacted like a street dude, so they probably thought you was him. I said, I reacted like a street dude. Nigga, I'm trying to get away.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? You reach for your gun, but hey, nigga following me, bro. Nigga chasing me down and went in reverse on the highway, everything, bro. I'm reversing up the highway, tractor trailers coming. I'm doing all type of shit to get away.
Yeah, the reversing on the highway thing, that was probably the scariest shit that I heard in the whole thing. And then they start driving the other way?
They came, now they headlights is pointed at me. Nigga, I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out who I owe, I'm trying, can I call this nigga real fast and tell the nigga? It was that, bro. Like, so it's like, when it get on some GTA, like, now y'all on another level, bro. I ain't even trying to be around that. And that's what I think that's what the city is. But it's very profitable too. It's like you make it out of Gladiator School, you make it out of Hunger Games, you're gonna have the #1 record on the radio. Cause just that story, just that rags the richest story, especially in Atlanta where niggas is really getting money, really putting on, females wanna be there, you know what I'm saying? It's like you make it out of Atlanta, it's like, yeah, you got to be solid. You got to be a real one. So that's what people glorify. It ain't even really about the talent or nothing. If you could be decent, you're gonna be successful. But with me, I graduated, man. That's a young nigga sport to be out here
trying
with
to be
my guys, trying to, get revenge. As long as I ain't get shot, I got a few stitches, you know what I'm saying? I'm still here. So that's why I kind of kept a humble approach. Like, man, I don't even want no revenge because, I lost my little car, you know what I mean? Or I got some stitches, but I just really want to know, y'all, what's the issue? Like, because I don't have no issues. I don't recall no issue. I can't even think of one. I don't got no baby mamas. I don't got nothing. Like, so
Right.
I ain't hitting nobody else, girl. Like, the normal shit niggas get into to get into a situation. Man, I'm at Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Wyoming. I'm like, how the hell I get in this? So
Right.
that's the paranoia part of it, just not knowing what it is. But I think it was a sign of God. Just like, hey man, just get out the way and keep positive, keep peaceful, and keep doing what you do.
Yeah, because we had an incident where I was on live stream and somebody actually broke into the studio and put a gun in my face. And
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that was weird. But I remember walking around after that, just really feeling like just good about life. Like, I'm a little traumatized by that situation, but at the same time, I felt like I kind of really felt like I was going to die for a second, and that kind of makes me look at life differently.
Exactly.
I feel like you probably had a lot of that right after, right?
I told my people, it was like being alive during your funeral. It was the weirdest thing. It was like so many people checking on you, girls, you old girls crying and woo-de-woo. My mom and daddy, they got to stay strong. What I thought they would, because they such Christian, believers, and Lord got a plan. And I'm thinking my parents gonna be like, what, crying and stuff. They was like, actually, like, God got his hand on you. You need to go and sit down and woo. I'm like, damn, my parents ain't tripping. So that's why I ain't really put it out at first. Because I was just like, but then I knew the news people was there. People on the scene knew my name. And it was just like, I knew it was gonna come out eventually. So I just wanted to put it out myself, speak my piece. But it was just like to hear, people reach out to you, friends. The whole music industry reached out to me.
Right.
That was crazy. Like, damn, I wouldn't have never even been able to talk to like Trav no more. Like, damn, like that's my guy. I want to be able to see, I want to be able to, see my loved ones, my friends. That's why I was just like, I was happy and mad at the same time. It was like tears was coming out of my face, but I'm like, not even showing no emotion because it's weird. Like, why everybody calling me? And it just was a weird thing. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, it makes you appreciate all your loved ones, all your friends, but at the same time, just, reflect on it and try to get past it and become at peace with it.
Definitely. Do you, I'm sure you don't know, but do you have any idea of if there's going to be any arrests made? And that would be fascinating because that seems like that would probably be your best bet at figuring out what the motive
but there's
might
so
have been.
much going on, man. It's so many people dying like that. Like, I just seen a story today. It's just sad. It's just like, I don't know. It's weird, man. I feel like it's other people that ain't got no justice for the similar situations that I went through. That, I had so many girls DM me. They robbed me here. They shot at me here. I'm still trying to learn how to walk. And
Wow.
I'm like, learn how to walk. And it's all in Atlanta. I'm like,
crazy.
bruh, like, so that's why I really had to speak up, because I felt like it got to the right people. But I still want to just let the artists know, man, not even just me, but let artists and young men know that the goal is to live. Life is precious, man. And I think a lot of times when you're young and you're going through that's those setbacks. It's like a slingshot. You know what I mean? You let it go and you catapult forward. It's like LeBron James wouldn't be LeBron James if he had his pops and lived in a 8-bedroom. I mean, the suburb. You had to put that pressure on that diamond. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, a lot of these guys fold under the pressure of God putting, cleaning that diamond for you. And in the midst of that, they go to prison or they lose their life. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing that he just polishing you and molding you so when you do get there, you be worth what you're supposed to be worth and reciprocate what you're supposed to reciprocate.